Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. Well, a little windy, a little rainy, a little nasty, but let's fly anyways. Going to take up the FMS 70mm Avanti, probably one of my, definitely my top 3 favorite jets and one of my definite go-to jets when I don't want to think about it, I just want to go fly and have fun. And this has no kind of stabilizer, just a 7-channel Lemon RX Gen 2. No stabilizer, got a KM model afterburner in there. And that's pretty much it. We'll talk about rates and CG and all that kind of good jazz after the flight. All right, let me think about my good ears on this side, so I need to put my good ear to my baby. All right, wind is out of the east, so that helps. That's pretty much down the runway, which is a huge help. About anywhere from 5 to 10 mile an hour, so not enough to worry about. Just enough to help slow a jet down. All right, timer set for 3.5 minutes. Here we go. Yeah, it's windy. Flying in my high rates, but like I say, we'll talk about what those are after the flight when we take it back to the bench.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
I'm going to take it up. And take it up again, and stall it. Turn the motor off is what I'm doing. What's did. Now motor's back in. Take it up again, stall it. Motor's back on, of course.
Down.
All right. Get ourselves a landing here.
Landing flaps.
It's not happy with the wind, that's for sure. I mean, it's locked in, but
Time remaining 2 minutes.
don't have reverse thrust or anything.
Flaps up.
But that's okay. You bring her in nice and level, put them flaps down, ride that wind on in, about quarter power, 20%, 33% throttle, somewhere around there. And you'll just set her down pretty as you please. All right. Take off again, definitely don't need takeoff flaps. Yeah, as you can see, the wind is messing with her. All right. A little bit of inverted flight.
Landing flaps.
Bring her by kind of slow into the wind, the flaps down.
Down. Time remaining 1 minute.
All right, flaps, our gears down, flaps are back up.
Landing flaps.
All right, get lined up with the runway. Staying in my throttle a little bit. There we go.
Flaps up.
Not the most buttery landing on that time, but still not bad. I'll definitely take it. All right, we got 35 seconds. Let's do one more up and down, and we'll leave the gear. But we're going to leave the gear down, and we'll do takeoff flaps just to see how much of a difference it makes.
Flaps up. 20 seconds. Landing flaps.
All right, 2 landings for the price of 1 there. Little Tokyo slide. Now she doesn't have reverse thrust or anything.
Flaps up. Prop secured.
All right. Real quick, before we go back to bench, just want to take a good look at that plane. Look how pretty that is. I mean, that mine's, don't look too close. Mine is really beat up. It's got hanger rash all over it. The gear has actually came out. Both main gear have came out twice, and I've glued them back in. Actually, where the whole housing glues in. I had to re-glue them in, just hot glued them in. And I mean, she got hanger rash all over. I've had to do several repairs. She's never actually had a major crash, just a lot of little bumps and bruises and nicks and dings. But all right, well, let's take her back to the bench and we'll talk about it. Hi. All right, we're back. Got the resting on the plane stand here. I want to show y'all the rates that I flew in right now. 100% throws over 30% expo on the aileron, on the elevator, and on the rudder. Okay, so here's aileron. That's what that looks like. Here's elevator. That's what that looks like. And there's rudder. Now my flap system, I do have a mix. For flaps up, if you can see the flaps real well, flaps up are negative 100%, no mix, obviously. Takeoff flaps are positive 100%, or I'm sorry, positive 0% with a 10% down elevator mix. Landing flaps are a positive 100% with a 25% down elevator mix. Look closely at the elevator and you can see the elevator moving ever so slightly down.
Landing flaps.
All right. And that's my settings. Now let's take a look at the battery report. Okay. To show you inside, got a 4000 HRB tucked in there. Right up there is a 7-channel Limit RX non-stabilized receiver, Gen 2. That's the KM model afterburner, that blue and yellow wire. Okay, let me unplug that afterburner. 54% left. So honestly, that was a 3.5 minute timer. You could set your timer for 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and 4 minutes fly the way you want, 4 minutes, 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds with throttle management, but 4 minutes fly the way you want and be done with it. To show you how quickly the gear, there's no sequence or anything. The doors just go up and down. They're pretty, in retract world, that's considered instant. But there you go. Folks, that is the FMS 70mm Avanti S. Just a great little pocket rocket. And Rich Miller, I think he's the one that coined that phrase, pocket rocket, for this thing. And just an absolute great flying plane. Very locked in. As you can see, even with a weird wind and everything, there's no stabilizer needed. This little guy is just locked in. It's just a great flying little plane. If you want this plane, there'll be a link from Hobby Zone, the one who sent it out to me for review. If you use my link, you can take 10 and use the code. There'll be you can take $10 off the price. I mean, $10 is $10, but that's what I'm allowed to give. That's all I've got. So take $10 off the price. But that's the Avanti 70mm Avanti S. Their version 2, I believe. And okay, God is good. God bless y'all. And don't forget, say family and friends, and then sport jet. Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, out here at the Avon Park Field, it's kind of stupid windy. If you pan to the flags there, that way they kind of see. But luckily, it is right down the runway. It's about 10 to 15, gusting higher than that, but right down the runway, so I can deal with that. Going to take up the FMS AVANTI 70 millimeter. No kind of wind gyro stabilization, just a 7-channel Limit RX. Rates on high, timer set for 4 minutes. Let's go for it. Just because we can. KM model afterburner in there. There's a little pocket rocket right here. One of my absolute favorite sport jets. The Avanti design is incredible, and this is one of my go-to jets. It really is. I'll fly this thing in almost any kind of conditions. I really will. Even though it doesn't have stabilization or anything, it's just such a locked-in little plane. Run a Sokokin 4006S in her. Boy, a big change from airliners. I've just been flying airliners, and now I'm flying this little pocket rocket. Yeah, the wind is definitely messing with her.
E down. Landing flaps.
Whoa. Yeah, the wind is really playing havoc with her. She's kind of bounced. Oh, I cracked myself up. I've had to re-glue that gear in twice, the mains. Now the nose gear, I've never had a real problem with it, but that I remember. But the mains, the main plastic housing just didn't have enough glue and just came out twice. All right, take her up again. Might have to cut this flight short. The weather is getting bad.
Gear up. Time remaining 3 minutes.
Inverted, no problem. She's flying around nice and pretty.
E down. Time remaining 2 minutes.
We're actually going to go ahead and land.
Landing flaps.
Start to rain again.
Prop secured.
All right, still at 1:45 seconds on a 4-minute timer, but it's starting to rain again.
Flaps up.
So I'm going to cut it short. I do have a storm coming in again. So let's go over the battery real quick instead of taking it back to the bench. Unplug that beautiful KM model afterburner, and still have 70%. So you know what? I'm gonna have to push it. Hope that's strong. I need to get that battery down below 50% if I can. So let me take it up again. This is the fun way to discharge your batteries, is to do it this way. Instead of putting them on a discharger at home, which is boring, this is the fun way. But, all right. Hurry, try to get this done. All right. Here we go.
Gear up.
Let me take it up. Whoa, about caught that big pile. Yeah, great. You would think it had a gyro when it is locked in as it is. Well, and then it wiggles that.
Gear down.
It was dancing for me.
Landing flaps. Time remaining 1 minute.
All right.
Flaps up.
Ooh, windy. Windy, windy, windy.
Gear up. Gear down. Landing flaps.
Use the grass as my natural brake.
Flaps up.
All right, we'll do one more quick up and down.
30 seconds. Landing flaps.
Ah, that's okay. We'll take that.
Flaps up.
Yeah, weather's starting to get bad.
Prop secured.
6 seconds left on a 4-minute timer, so almost 4 minutes. Several up takeoffs and landings. Battery is warm. 47%, so I'm under 50%, so I'm happy. Flew in my high rates the whole time. No gyro, no nothing, just me and the plane. 100%, 30% expo. On elevator, on aileron. Same thing with rudder. 100%, 30% expo all the way around. Timer set for 4 minutes. Had a blast. All right, let's get in before this weather gets any worse. Folks, that's the FMS 70mm Avanti. Avanti S. I think it's their version 2 or 3, and I don't really remember. Little pocket rocket, a blast to fly. She's so locked in, she don't need a gyro. She would fly better with one, I will tell you that, but I just enjoy the Avantis. They're some great flying planes. Just the design, no matter who makes them, they fly great. All right, folks, y'all have a good and God is good. God bless y'all, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then Avanti S Sport Jets. Bye-bye.